In a little while, and if you are a wrestling fan, you've probably watched Ring of Honor Wrestling on Saturdays at 5 o'clock on my TVZ channel 33. They reshow it on Sunday nights at midnight. And Adam Cole is on the phone from Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Good morning, Adam.
Hey, good morning. Thank you very much for having me on the show this morning.
Yeah, what kind of weather you got in Lancaster today?
Pretty chilly, but a fairly clear day, so no complaints. It's I'd say a typical January here in Lancaster.
No snow on the ground?
No snow on the ground, unfortunately. I'm probably at a point now where I'm a big fan of, like, if it's Christmas time, I love snow on the ground. Even like New Year's too, no complaints. But then when we get to, like, after the holidays, I'm ready for it to be warm again. Yeah.
I couldn't agree with you more.
This is my co-host, Reese, joining us.
Hi, Reese.
He doesn't sound like most of the wrestlers that we interview. This is a nice guy. Wow.
I've got two sides. I think that's what it is, yeah.
And we got the good side today?
You got the good side this morning, yeah. I guess I woke up on the good side of the pillow today.
Hey, a lot of people don't know, but Ring of Honor Wrestling is actually the third largest alliance in the country. Explain Ring of Honor to those that aren't aware of it.
Yeah, Ring of Honor is a company that literally started from nothing. It was some guys that really had a vision on the way that pro wrestling was kind of projected, and they felt that it wasn't being projected the right way. So again, these guys had a vision where pro wrestling was treated more like a sport here in Ring of Honor, and there's a lot of emphasis on the in-ring action and stuff like that. And fortunately, over the past now almost 10 years, Ring of Honor has proven, a very solid reputation as a sport, as not entertainment. So Ring of Honor is really something special, and I've said this before as far as, like, wrestling fans of WWE or other wrestling promotions out there, is that Ring of Honor is the true alternative in pro wrestling. If you're looking for something different and you're looking for something fresh and something new, I promise that Ring of Honor will be that product for you and will not be a disappointment whatsoever.
Oh, you mean we're not going to have any soap opera stuff?
Well, I'm sure you'll get a hint of that. It still is pro wrestling.
Oh, that's right. Okay, good point. Good point.
But like I said, much more emphasis on the athletes and the in-ring action. And
more old
like
school
that.
stuff.
Yeah, more old school. I think so. With a new age twist.
Ring of Honor is going to be at the Norfolk Scope Arena Exhibition Hall. That's going to be tomorrow night. Doors open at 7. Bell time is actually 7:30. If anybody's seen any of the posters around, it is 7:30. And are you going to be part of a meet and greet before then?
I don't believe so. I think I got my hands full that night with Kevin Steen, who's just been going wild at the moment. So I think I'll be focusing on that. But I know some other guys, some other huge names from Ring of Honor will be involved in that meet and greet. So definitely, guys, if you get a chance to go check that out, do so, because that'll be a good time.
Now, are you fighting for a belt tomorrow night?
No, but I might be fighting for my life.
Wow, come on, we need some confidence.
No, well, I'm wrestling this guy, Mr. Wrestling, Kevin Steen, and he's going haywire here the past couple of months in Ring of Honor. He's to call him the most dangerous man in ROH would be a complete understatement.
Don't they call him the wrestling nightmare or something?
Yeah. This guy's just completely off his rocker at the moment. But the fortunate thing for me, and I take it, completely looking optimistically, is I think Kevin has his hands full and his mind focused completely elsewhere. He may be overlooking me tomorrow night. Wow. And that's exactly what I need, because oftentimes, me being a new guy here in Ring of Honor, I've been overlooked, and sometimes that bites people in the butt. So I'm going to take that to the full advantage tomorrow and bring it to Kevin, and let him know that maybe overlooking Adam Cole was a mistake.
I might point out that's one of Adam's wrestling moves, too. We'll leave that hanging in the air. Adam is 22 years old. Very well-spoken for a young man, and that's very complimentary for you to be 22 and accepted into the Ring of Honor. Where were you wrestling before you got into ROH?
I was wrestling for a bunch of different local promotions. I got my start in a wrestling promotion called CZW, based out of Philadelphia, and then since then too, I've been very fortunate. I've got to travel to England and travel to Germany and
You're
wrestle
kidding.
up in Canada. Yeah. I've been really, really blessed so far in my young career, where I've gotten to see the world and experience some really cool things. I'm actually going to go to Japan in March. I'm just thrilled at all these opportunities I've gotten.
Adam, that's amazing.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then because of these experiences and these people I've got to meet and I've got to wrestle and things I've got to learn, I fortunately landed a job here in Ring of Honor, which is exactly where I want to be, and I couldn't be happier.
Now, we have had on this program, we have had Ric Flair. We've had him on a couple of times. We have also, along with Ric Flair, we have had a number of other wrestlers that have spoken very highly of us. We've had the Gloucester High School wrestling team. Tony Atlas has been with us, I think, 3 times.
Oh.
And
awesome.
It is amazing to hear some of these experienced gentlemen talk about some of the injuries that they have experienced over the years. Now, you're 22. Have you been down injury road yet?
I've lucked out in the sense of I haven't had any broken bones or any torn muscles, but I have had 3 pretty serious concussions, which again, a concussion is off 3. Yeah. And a lot of the reasoning is I got a concussion very early on when I was like 19, and it was a situation of, because when you have a concussion, you don't have to wear a cast, you don't have to be on crutches, so you come back way too soon from it because you feel fine, which again, that makes it even more dangerous, because especially not only because it's your brain, but because you feel completely normal, you think you're okay, but you're not fine, and you end up rattling your brain again. So that was the case for me. I came back way too soon from a really serious concussion. It was a situation where when I got kicked in the head, I to this day don't remember that 24-hour period. I didn't have insurance at the time, so I didn't go to the hospital. I didn't get checked out.
Well, how do you explain a kick in the head on the insurance? That's
yeah.
So that is amazing. Except for that twitch, I can't even tell. Kevin, Adam Cole is going to be wrestling tomorrow night. He is going to be taking on wrestling's worst nightmare, Kevin Steen. Do you know any background on some of the other matches? We got a grudge match for the World Tag Team title, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, what we do have is, I believe it's the Briscoe brothers.
Yeah, they're going to be going against Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander.
Yeah, Caprice Coleman and Cedric Alexander are a young team that have been proving themselves all through Ring of Honor here the past couple of months, and they kind of they're finding themselves now where myself and Kyle O'Reilly, we're Future Shock. They found themselves where we found ourselves the first couple of months. We were in ROH, and that's just being tested by in big match situations.
Oh yeah, they always want to wrestle the new guys so that they're not.
Sure.
Yeah.
And the Briscoe brothers are to call them the best tag team in Ring of Honor history is not necessarily an argumentative thing to say, because the Briscoes are like 8-time Ring of Honor World Tag Team champions. They've been wrestling with Ring of Honor from the very first event, and they're tremendous athletes. So Caprice Coleman and Cedric have their hands full tomorrow night. But the guys, every time I've seen them wrestle, they prove themselves time and time again, and the matches are always very exciting. Tomorrow will be good for them.
Norfolk Scope Exhibition Hall tomorrow night. Doors open at 7, wrestling at 7:30, meet and greet ahead of time. Now, why are they calling your match with Steen a special challenge match? Did you challenge him, or did he challenge you?
Ring of Honor officials kind of came to the both of us and said, "Okay, this is what's going down," and I think they're calling it a special challenge match. I think because they see some potential in this matchup. A few people have actually said, even the Ring of Honor website had said that this match has the potential to steal the show tomorrow. So a lot of people have a lot of high hopes for me and Kevin matching up against each other. I certainly hope to come out with a victory and still alive.
You keep referring to this still alive thing, Adam. I'm beginning to worry a little bit.
I'm telling you, I'm worried myself. I'm not going to kid myself, man. To sit here and say that Kevin, some of the things he's done to people haven't freaked me out, I'd be lying to you. So to see some of the things that this guy has done to people over the past couple of months in Ring of Honor, and he's so close to just completely breaking if he hasn't already done that. So yeah, I'm very nervous, but again, I'm a Ring of Honor athlete, so I'm not going to back down from anything, and I really look forward to tomorrow.
Now, you're 22. Do you have a signature move yet?
Well, actually, it's funny you bring that up. Initially when I came into Ring of Honor, I was just very happy to be there, and I had done some things that were signatures of mine that had gotten me a couple victories. But one of my goals here in Ring of Honor in 2012 is to get a heck of a lot more victories and try to get at the top here in Ring of Honor. So I've been working on something actually that I can't share with you at the moment, but I've been working on something that I think is going to do that for me.
And I'm
very secret move that I'm very, very excited to
Does it involve
showcase
a 2x4?
No, it's completely legal.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
and a lot less wood.
That's what they all say. You might sound like a good guy, but they all say it's legal.
Once he hears that bell.
Yeah, the bell goes off and it's all over.
Right.
Tomorrow night. Now, you're coming down from Lancaster.
Yes.
No horse and buggy, right?
No horse and buggy,
okay.
Thankfully, or I would have left 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I was going to say, you need to be on the road. And the cable on your cell phone sounds great.
Right? Of course.
Adam
this thing's
Cole,
all high-tech.
Tomorrow night, Norfolk Scope Arena Exhibition Hall. It's the Ring of Honor. They have a boatload of events going on. A World Tag Team title match, Jay and Mark Briscoe against Coleman and Alexander. A grudge match, Team Richards, ROH World Champion Davey Richards and Kyle O'Reilly versus the House of Truth with Truth Martini. You know that's those two terms don't go together. If you're drinking that many martinis, you are not telling the truth.
Oh, no, actually you are.
Oh, you are?
You are.
You're being too honest?
Alcohol makes you, you don't hide anything.
Maybe I forget my old
loose
drinking
lips
days.
sink ships.
What is a survival of the fittest rematch? What does that mean? They're just going to wrestle until?
No. Well, Survival of the Fittest is actually a tournament that Ring of Honor holds every year.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Where the winner actually gets a shot at the ROH World Champion.
Okay.
So this scenario is just these guys have met before in Survival of the Fittest tournament, and you're going to get a rematch from that tournament from this past year.
All right, and I don't mean to make this sound the way it does, but I just got to state the way I'm reading this, and you can envision the picture that I have in my mind, all right?
Okay.
One of the matches tomorrow night for the Ring of Honor at the Norfolk Scope Exhibition Hall, along with Adam taking on Kevin Steen, is Kenny King versus Andy Right Leg Ridge. Now, you're not going to tell me that he's one-legged.
No,
Okay.
He's not one-legged.
Right. I'm sorry, you had the picture in my mind. I know you had it.
I did, instantly when you said that. No, Andy Right Leg Ridge actually is known for that because the kicks that he throws with his right leg are very, very devastating. So that's why they call him right leg, because, like I said, his ability and his skill as a kicker in Ring of Honor, which you'll see with lots of the guys. A lot of the guys have a lot of good kicking influence. And Andy Ridge is one of those guys that does that.
Well, ironically,
specifically with his right leg.
Ironically, when Reese used to be a dancer, she was known as Right Leg Reese too. So.
Oh, there you go. Maybe her and Andy could be a tag team.
Wow.
Would we fare well in a three-legged race?
Only if you both could use your right leg. Tomorrow night, Norfolk Scope Arena Exhibition Hall, Ring of Honor, and again, for those of you that don't know, the third largest wrestling federation in the country. You can see them on TVZ My 33. And also, did I read this right, that the match is also going to be live on the internet on ROHWrestling.com?
No, I don't believe this specific event will be online on the internet.
It may be eventually, but not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm sure eventually. This one won't be live or anything.
Okay.
But yeah, absolutely. Eventually, this event, along with all the other events that Ring of Honor does, will definitely be available on ROHWrestling.com. Their website's awesome. You can literally see stuff in the archives from since Ring of Honor started, practically.
And don't you have a website too, Adam?
I do. Yeah, I have a website. This guy, great buddy of mine, Dan Mitchell, over in England, actually runs it for me. It's called AdamColePro.com.
Okay.
And that has an update with all my scheduling that I'm like, what I'm doing, what I'm up to, and then like a store with T-shirts and DVDs and pictures and stuff
hold
like
on.
that.
Reese is pulling it up now. We're going to find out if you're cute.
Our computer is not so fast today, just to warn you.
Oh,
just to warn
no.
you.
Okay.
Oh, wait, so are you on the left or the right, or are they both you?
They're both me.
Oh. Hello, Adam.
Never mind. My question has been answered.
Wow. Well, it's strange. The layout makes it look like that you're two different people. There's a picture on the left with sunglasses on, and then a picture to the right. So, and one side is green, one side is red. Or do you have a split personality?
Well, actually, yeah. What it is, being pro wrestling, there are different characters that are portrayed, and in certain promotions, I portray a certain character, and in other promotions, I portray another character. So that's the scenario there, just kind of showing all sides of Adam Cole. Like I said,
don't feel bad.
Cole, that's for sure.
Don't feel bad because my ex-wife was the same way. Adam, listen, we got to go, buddy. Thank you very much. Tomorrow night, Norfolk Scope Exhibition Hall. Doors open at 7. Bell time 7:30. Meet and greet beforehand. Good luck against whatever they called him, wrestling's ugliest man, Kevin Steen.
Hey. Thank you very much. I really appreciate you having me on the show.
All right. Stay safe in Lancaster.
All right. We'll do. You guys as well.
I got a question for you.
Sure.
Do you know what goes clop, clop, bang, clop, clop, bang?
I do not.
An Amish drive-by. Okay. Adam, have a good day, buddy.
You too. Thank you.
It's 8:23.